Hi there. So I thought I would share something with you and the beauty of how the universe is always working for us because it's really magnificent. I so as you know, today I posted. I'm trying to get the comments. Yay! Hi Jessie. So the way it's working is that way. Today, I posted an episode about conscious parenting. And because I interviewed one of Dr. Shefali's conscious parenting coach. And by the way, how are you, Jessie? How's your evening? And how conscious are you? So I posted this episode about becoming a conscious parent because that's where it starts. As you know, I always say, don't bleed your wounds, don't have your wounds bleed on your kids or on all the other people in your life for the matter. So as I am posting this episode, sorry, I have something in my throat, I reflected on being conscious, and lately I've been meditating more than usual. I'm up to an hour a day now in the morning, and I really asked God, the universe, the infinite intelligence to help me let go of what's not working for me. And I have seen and watched and witnessed all those things coming up to the surface for me to remove them, work with it and remove them. And the other day, yesterday, the day before yesterday, I'm well conscious and very grateful to hear and see your pretty face. P.S. Try some vitamin C. Yes, thank you, Jessie. First of all, thank you for saying that. And yes, vitamin C. I need to remember I have those emergency pack at home because I've been sick with the flu about 3 weeks ago, and I was in bed for 2 days. No, not 2 days. A week in bed, and then the week after that, every day when I came back from work, I went directly to bed. So I need to be careful to really bring back my immune system up. It's a crazy season here in Las Vegas. We have a lot of people sick. Yikes, yeah. But thank God, I'm grateful now, I'm better. And it really gave me time to go back to the basics, So to go back to what I was talking about, so a day before I posted the episode, I never know how to say it in English. I was talking with my friend in Israel, and we always have those very deep conversations. Sometimes we can stay an hour on the phone and we go into the meaning of life and the meaning of things and how grateful we are. And we seem to always evolve in parallel roads. We are not going through the exact same thing, but during the exact same week, we are going through experiences that bring us to the same growth, if that makes sense. I don't know if do you have friends like that in your life, or maybe family members where you live far away, but somehow every time you talk, you have similar, if it's not the exact same experience, it's a similar path, a similar journey, and you end up with the same conclusions. Do you have someone like that in your life? This friend for me, and it has been going on for years. I can remember back probably 3 years ago when it started. Every week we were coming up with either the same lesson to work on, the same some kind of experience that was working on the same topic, on the same spiritual advancement, if you can say. So I was talking to her, and I went into something that was low vibration, and I didn't even realize. I was unconscious. I was talking and I was judgmental about somebody else who's also a parent. And I was telling her about it. And then she stopped me. And she told me, I'm sorry, I don't want to hear about that. I don't know that person. It doesn't bring us anywhere. It's really not, I don't think there is a point in talking about that. It's just a judgment. And in the moment, I got really mad inside because I felt rejected. So I said, okay, and she had to go into work because, we have 10 hours, we are 10 hours behind. And for me, it was nighttime. And I went to bed, and it was in my I was triggered. My body was triggered. I felt judged. I felt that big compared to her. All my insecurities came up. And I was mad. So I sat down and I said, why am I so mad? It's crazy. It's completely disproportionate. So what? And I decided to just drop it. So I was able to drop it in the evening and go to sleep. But yet, the next day, I wake up in the morning, 5:30, sit down to meditate, and it's coming up in my mind. And I'm triggered. And I'm like, why am I so triggered? And then it hits me. It's not her judgment of me that triggered me so much. It's my judgment of myself. Because deep inside, I had some shame. And under the shame, because we've been taught in our society to be ashamed when we do something that we think isn't right. So I felt shame. And under the shame, I realized that the truth of who I am, my higher self, my soul, my deep truth and my deep wisdom knew that there was no point in entertaining this kind of conversations. And I was like, oh, that's my judgment of myself that triggers me so much. And everything vanished at that time. So I called her back and I said, guess what? So I explained to her, I said, yesterday when you said that, I really was triggered. I really was mad at you. And I know it's not your intention, but that's how I reacted. And she said, I hang up and I told myself I should never have said that. Maybe this is not my place. And I stopped her. I said, yes, it's kudos to you that you are able to tell someone, I don't want to hear stuff that are negative about someone that I don't even know. And I said, because for me, I was talking about it because the fact that I was talking about it gave me the impression that I had compassion toward that person. But in fact, it doesn't help anybody because I'm not even helping her. She doesn't know I'm compassionate about her. I don't do anything for the situation. And as you were saying, it had no place. She said, yeah, because usually we never talk about negative stuff. I rarely hear you being judgmental, and I didn't understand how something like that could come from you. And that's why it disturbed me so much. If I had been talking with somebody else, maybe it wouldn't have. But because we have conversations that always are so deep, it really came in my face. So here I am talking about being conscious, asking to be freed and to become aware of what is no longer working for me. And here I am being shown exactly, and to make sure it wouldn't go unnoticed. God, the universe, made sure that I would really be highly triggered so that I could really start reflecting on it and come out on the other side with I don't know if it's really enlightened, to be discovering something and to be able to let go of something that is no longer working. So that's the miracle when we start doing something. And I noticed that for my podcast, not every time, but very often, when I put an episode where I talk about a certain topic, during that entire week, this topic is alive in my life. It's understandable because we know we manifest our reality both with our brain and our energy. So it's kind of logical that during the week that I'm talking about consciousness and being conscious about what we're doing with our kids. And by the way, I'm going to put the link to the episode here on iTunes if you want to listen to it. It's an interview with Dinuka, and I will still not say her last name because I had trouble with it during the interview. And she's one of Dr. Shefali's coach. She's coaching and teaching on the conscious parenting method, with which I'm so resonating. That's very parallel, very similar to what I coach and what I teach. So you can listen to that episode on iTunes, or you can go to my website. And I'm just going to tell you because it's too long to write. It's singleanddoingitall.com/show. And you'll see the episode out there. But I just wanted to share with you how miraculous and how beautiful life is, that it is on our side. When you ask, it is given. When you put an intention out there, pay attention to what's coming back to you, because it will come back. Something will come back. And that's always on your side. That's all. So if you had similar experiences, that when you were either reading about something or studying about a subject, or asking, doing a prayer, making a prayer about something to live your life or something to change, and life mirroring to you or giving you literal feedback on what needed to happen for you to go to the next level, I would love if you could share it here, because we're all in this together. And it's not because I'm a coach that I'm perfect, far from that. And in fact, I don't believe that perfect coaches have so much to teach, because they didn't go through the fire. But I love being transparent, because we are all imperfect. And that's the beauty of us. So that's all. That's what I wanted to share tonight. And now I am going to take my imperfect body to the gym. So I wish you a wonderful evening, and I'll see you next time. Mwah.